Hello everyone. So in our previous lecture, we had covered about the art and culture. Okay, and we had seen so many arts, various art form prevailed in the India. Now we are going to look upon the religious practices, the folk dances, and the various festivals celebrated in India. Okay, so let's start. So the first topic is the religion and the philosophy. The religion and the philosophy. Basically, term religion means particular belief, or you can say particular idol or god to worship. Whereas term philosophy means term philosophy means particular belief, ideas, and rules to be followed. Okay. Religion means particular belief or particular idol or god to be worshipped, and the philosophy means particular belief, ideas, and rules to be followed. Okay. To be followed. Alright. So here we have a Hinduism. We have the Hinduism. Basically, the Hinduism came to India with the arrival of Aryans. Okay, and also you can say with the Vedic culture. With the Vedic culture. But remember one thing, that some practices followed in Hinduism today were brought from Indus Valley. So basically, it is believed that the Aryans were the one who introduced the Hinduism culture into India. Okay, but some practices of Hinduism are coming from the Indus Valley. And what are these practices? Let me tell you. Most of you must have seen this symbol. This symbol, most of you have seen. So what do you mean by this symbol basically? This symbol is known as swastika. Okay, and this is brought from Indus Valley. Okay, so the popular symbol of Hinduism is brought from the Indus Valley, which was named as the swastika. Second thing is people tree. Most of you are aware that in Hinduism, people tree is considered as the sacred tree, or you can say as a holy tree. Means one should worship the people tree, and this practice also brought from Indus Valley. This practice also brought from Indus Valley. Got it? So, and some part of India, a famous god known as Pashupati Mahadeva. Who is the god of animals, or god to protect the animals. So this practice is also brought from the Indus Valley. From the Indus Valley. Got it? And in some part, people worship Yoni, which is a female sex organ. Yoni. Okay? This practice also brought from Indus Valley. Okay? So these are the some practice which we brought from the Indus Valley civilization. From the Indus Valley civilizations. Got it? So these practices are like Swastik, people tree worship, Yoni worship, and Pashupati Mahadeva. So these 4 practices were brought by the Indus Valley civilization, which were later adopted in the Hinduism directly. Got it? Second is Devas Vedas. I had told you in a previous lecture where we had 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, thereafter Yajur Veda, thereafter Samveda, thereafter Athar Veda. Athar Veda. Okay. So we had 4 Vedas basically. Got it? And thereafter the Upanishads. What do you mean by the Upanishad? Basically, Upanishads deal with religion, an individual person in universe. So basically, Upanishad deals with the religion as well as the individual person in universe. Means what is your position as an individual in this entire universe, and what is the way to get a moksha or to get a salutation by the religion which you are following. It is basically a part of Upanishad. Okay. And there are basically 4 Upanishad. They are basically 4 Upanishad named as Brihad, Aryanka, thereafter Chandogya, thereafter Taittiriya, and thereafter Athurya. 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. These are the 4 Upanishad which we practice. Got it? Now, the second is our Purans. Purans were basically also the religious texts. Deals with various religious practices to be followed. Religious practices to follow. Got it? And the oldest Puran is Matsya Puran. And they are total 18 Purans. There are total 18 Purans. Got it? Now, let's go forward. About Ramayana and Mahabharata, we will have a discussion in this lecture also. So let's go. This is the Buddhism. Buddhism was founded by Gautam Buddha, whose original name was Siddhartha. Whose original name was Siddhartha. Okay. And he was the founder of Buddhism. Okay. And remember the 4 signs Remember the 4 signs which change his life. The first sign is dead body. Thereafter, he see a sick person. Then he see a old man. Then he see ascetic person. Okay, remember they are not in an exact chronology. Okay, these were the basic 4 signs which were seen by him, so that he decided to become a monk and go in search of a enlightenment. Go in search of an enlightenment. Got it? And near Bodh Gaya, he received enlightenment. Okay, and then he gave his first lecture, which is also known as Dharam Chakra Parivartana. Dharam Chakra Parivartana. Okay, it is time for his first sermon, or you can say the first lecture. Got it? Now he gave 4 reasons for suffering of people, which were also called as Chatwani, Katyani, Arya, Tatyani. Alright, remember one thing. These were Chatwari, Arya, Satyani. Or basically you can call it 4 noble truths. Okay, and what were these 4 noble truths? And the truths was, first is life is full of suffering. Second is desires is cause of suffering. Thereafter, the third is sufferings could be stopped. Sufferings could be stopped, and following 8 paths is way to stop suffering. Okay, so life is full of suffering. Desires is a cause of suffering. Suffering could be stopped. Following 8 paths is a way of to stop the suffering. Okay, and what do you mean by these 8 paths? Actually, we had a discussion in a previous lecture. Okay. Also, we had discussed about the architecture of the Buddhism, like stupas, where the remains of the Gautam Buddha are kept. Second one is vihar, where the Buddhist monks live, and then the chaityas, where they practice or where they performing prayers. Got it? Now the Jainism. Jainism was founded by Mahavira. Okay, And then the Jainism. Basically, in Jainism, there are 24 Tirthankars. Tirthankars. Okay. And Mahavira was the 24th one, or you can say the last one. The first one was Rishabdev, who was also mentioned in Rig Veda. Got it? And his symbol was bull. Okay? Then, before Mahavir, there was Parshvanath, who was the 23rd Tirthankar, and basically he was the ruler of Banaras. Later became monk, and his symbol was serpent. Okay? And then there is a Mahavir, who was the 24th, and his symbol was lion. Got it? So, it is about the Jainism. And what is the basic rules of Jainism? Or you can say the basic vows which you need to take when you are adopting the Jainism is like Ahimsa, Asatya, Aparigraha, Brahmacharya, then Satya. Ahimsa stand for non-violence. Asatya stand for non-stealing. Aparigraha stand for non-possession. Brahmacharya stand for ascetic life. Satya stand for non-liar, or you can say always truth. Okay, so these are the 5 vows. These are the 5 vows of Jainism. Ahimsa means non-violence. You should never harm anyone. Asatya means non-stealing. You should never steal anything. Aparigraha means non-possession. You should never possess anything. Brahmacharya, ascetic life. You should always live a life of ascetic or sant. Then Satya, you should always tell truth. Okay, so here we have finished about the Jainism. Now come to the literature and performing arts. Okay, basically the Sanskrit language was flourished during Vedas, or you can say during Vedic culture. So during Vedic culture, the Sanskrit got flourished. Okay, and it was a language of classical Indian literature, which basically belongs as the Vedas. The Vedas written in the language of Sanskrit, as here you can see. Got it? And it produced great epics like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Okay, so let's have a look on them one by one. So the first is Ramayana, which was basically written by Valmiki. Which was basically written by Valmiki in the language of Sanskrit. Okay, and Ramayana basically covering story of Sri Ram. Sri Ram, who was the son of Dashrath. Son of Dashrath, who was the ruler of Ayodhya. Who was the ruler of Ayodhya in present days, basically Awadh area. Okay, so it's covering the story of Sri Ram, okay, who was the son of Dashrath, who was the ruler of Ayodhya. Okay, and remember one thing, it's basically depict victory of Truth over evil. Victory of truth over evil. Okay. Second literature which we have is basically a Mahabharata. It's basically a Mahabharata. Basically covers the story of Kuru, Panchal, and Pandyas. Okay. So these were three large kingdoms which had their mention in the Mahabharata. And basically it's believed that Mahabharata was written by Lord Ganesh. Lord Ganesh and the Vedvyas orally narrated it. Okay. So basically it is believed that the Lord Ganesha was the one who wrote Mahabharata. Okay. And then Vedvyas was the one who orally narrated it. Okay. And it comprised Kuru, Panchal and Pandya's kingdoms. Got it? Its original name was Jaya Samhita. Jaya Samhita. So the original name of Mahabharata was the Jaya Samhita. Got it? And Bhagavad Gita, which is basically a conversation of Lord Krishna and Arjun, is also a part of Mahabharata. Got it? Basically belongs to the Bhimsha Par. Bhishma Par, basically, not Bhimsha. Bhishma Par. So, Mahabharata comprise Bhagavad Gita, belongs to the Bhimsha Parva. Okay. And it is a conversation between Lord Krishna and the Arjun during the battlefield. Okay. And the original name of Mahabharata is the Jaya Samhita, which is believed to be written by Lord Ganesh and later Vedvyas orally narrated it. Got it? Now, classical dance forms. Basically, India had so many dance evolved during times, like the Kathak. The first is a Kathak. Kathak basically belongs to North India and most probably Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Thereafter, Bharatanatyam belongs to the Tamil Nadu. Also, Mohiniyattam belongs to Tamil Nadu. Okay. Thereafter, Kathakali is a dance form of Kerala. Odissi is a dance form of Odisha and Manipur is a dance form of Manipur. Okay. Remember one thing. Like most of time you have listened about Tamasha. Okay. This word you have listened so many times. Tamasha. Tamasha basically is a dance form of Maharashtra. Tamasha basically dance form of Maharashtra. Similarly, Gidda and Bhangra dance form of Punjab. Okay. And Hodi Kood the dance form of Rajasthan. Hodi Kood and Ghumar is a dance form of Rajasthan. Got it? Similarly, Dandiya is a dance form of Gujarat. Okay? So these are the some major and the famous dance forms. Got it? Now, come to the next. Is the music and the musical instruments. India is classical music renowned worldwide with two main traditions like the Hindustani, North Indian, and the Carnatic, the South Indian. Okay. Remember, in Hindustani time music, we have two main names. Tansen, who was the court singer of Akbar, a Mughal ruler. Okay. And the next one is Baz Bahadur. He was also the court musician of Akbar. Okay. Similarly, Carnatic music, South Indian music is also famous for its classical form. Okay. And like the instruments like the sitar, tabla, sarod, veena, and flutes are some of the integral part of Indian classical music. Now, folk and the folk tribes. Basically, in India, there are so many tribes living in. First, like Abhors live in Assam. Okay. Like Warlis living in Maharashtra. Okay. Like the Uralis belongs to Kerala. Like Kund, Kond, Muraya, Bhega, and Bhils. They are the combined tribes of Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Jharkhand area. Okay. Also comprise several parts of Odisha. Got it? So each these tribes has their own art form, have their own culture. Okay. And there are, we had some major arts and some major art forms like the Madhubani paintings, basically belong to Bihar. Then the Varli art belongs to the Maharashtra, like the Pattachitra basically belong to Odisha, and the Gond art basically belong to the Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Similarly, when we talk about the festival and traditions, because India is a diverse culture. India is a diverse culture comprising major religions like Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, Jewish, and some other minor religions also. Okay. Due to this, Indian society is full of unique customs, traditions, rituals like the Diwali, Holi, Navratri, Durga Puja, Eid, Christmas, and some other festivals also. Okay. So India comprises various festivals and traditions which are the various forms of Indian culture. Okay. So today we have finished about the art and culture. In our next lecture, we will start about the civic and the political nature of the Indian society. Okay. Till then, thank you.